I have to finally crawl out of my hole for a brief period of time to go thermonuclear on this increasingly loud trend of complaining about Mr. Beast whenever he does objectively good things for the world. If you're also in a hole, Mr. Beast is like the biggest YouTube channel ever and has always been known for giving away lots of money in his videos, whether it's to randos on the street or disadvantaged groups and charities. Well, his most recent video has him in South Africa giving 20,000 dirt-poor third-world children their first ever pair of shoes, and the discourse surrounding it makes me want to throw my own shoes at some people's unbelievably stupid fucking faces. But let me address a few of the more reasoned takes before I get into the wild west of dumbassery. Some people have a problem with the idea of publicized charity. Period. They think if you were really a good person, you wouldn't feel the need to show people what you're doing. But what if you're, I don't know, the biggest YouTuber ever, and you making a video about charity work you're doing inspires others to make their own charitable contributions? Isn't that a net positive outcome for the causes you're championing? Isn't that worth a little more to society than acting like you're a dark money group donating to politicians on the sly? People want Mr. Beast doing back alley deals with these charities. He shows up in a parking garage at 2 in the morning, flashes his lights 3 times, then 20,000 African children appear from the shadows and line up in dead silence to make the exchange. There's something to be said for people with no following who are absolutely fishing for likes and engagement, but even their general cringe still comes with the positive side effect of awareness. No charity is like, oh, you told other people you donated to us, take your money back, we don't want it anymore. Money donated for selfish reasons can still be used for selfless ones. It's not like the bills become counterfeit if your heart's not in the right place when you write the check. In Mr. Beast's case, everyone who knows him raves about his generosity and his earnest desire to do good in the world. I've seen countless people who know him talk about how that shit is genuine and that he's exactly who he appears to be. There's this weird contingent of people who think that because he makes money off his philanthropy videos, that it somehow cheapens it. Like, how can that cheapen it when it's literally financing it? That's like an oxymoron or something. The videos help pay for these kinds of charitable acts so he can more easily continue to do them, which is good. Being able to turn giving away money into a successful business that earns you money is like financial alchemy. That shit is magical. That's like what people say about love. The more you give away, the more you have. This man turned money into love. Maybe he's a wizard. I don't know. Mr. Beast gave 20,000 African children shoes. You know what everyone complaining about this has in common? Shoes. That should just close the case right there. What an unbelievable sign of privilege to decry disadvantaged kids finally getting access to something you've never wanted for in your life because you don't like the optics. You think kids who have never had shoes give a flying motherfuck about optics? You think they care that they're black and Mr. Beast is white? Imagine one of those kids like, well, I was excited to get the shoes, but then a lady on Twitter told me it would be a bad look. As many of you know, I don't like kids, so if I'm taking a child's side in public discourse, you know the opposition is fucking bankrupt, because these people exist. People who think this is a net negative occurrence because it's white saviorism, so if a black dude did the same thing, it would be fine. Guess we're homogenizing charity now. White people? Yeah, you can donate to leukemia research and GoFundMes for pet surgery. How about you let black people deal with starvation and AIDS? It's kind of funny that the school of thought that says white people can't help black people because optics is the same one that says give black people reparations. They're like, no, you can't help us, but you can certainly owe us. Mr. Beast does all the charitable work that every Eat the Rich hashtagger demands of millionaires and billionaires, and they still hate him, because of course they do, because he's still rich, and so are their parents. A guy who can and does donate millions and can remain rich is like the Antichrist to them, because they don't want the philanthropy to occur because of the people it helps. They just want the millionaire who donates a lot of money to no longer be a millionaire. That's why they don't give the millionaire props either. They'll look for any excuse not to. You see it on Twitter all the time whenever anybody rich donates any amount of money publicly to any good cause. If a dude worth $100 million donates $1 million to cancer research, all the ungrateful bastards of the world are so quick to view it through the worst lens they can. Instead of saying, wow, this dude donated $1 million to cancer research, neat. They're like, wow, this dude only donated 1% of his net worth to cancer research? Yikes. Let's see 1% of your net worth then, bitch. Where's that going? Nowhere? That's what I thought. You want to tear down someone making a bigger difference than you? If I were a charity, I would suck that millionaire's dick before I gave a shit about whatever larger percentage of way less total money you donated if you tried to take that angle. In the rare case these people actually do put their money where their mouth is, they're very quick to be like, 1% of your net worth? I donated 5% of mine last week. Yeah, but you work at McDonald's and the Humane Society can only feed so many cats with all the burgers you just dropped off there. More money equals more of a difference. Sorry that there's inequity in charity, but that's how fucking math works. 20,000 children got to wear shoes for the first time. That's the result of Mr. Beast's video. Actually, it's the result of his actions, which he then made a video about, and the video is now going to inspire thousands of other people to donate to other charities of their choosing. Maybe that shit should stand at the forefront, and all this white savior BS and cynical jeering can take a backseat. It's so annoying that the headline with these situations is always, famous nice guy does nice thing, and I'm mad because I'm insufferable and useless, even though if I had been the one to do this nice thing, I would feel good about myself and expect praise because I'm a clueless hypocrite. As someone who has donated a grand total of $1 to charity in my life, at least I'm not trying to bully people who are better for society than I am, unless they themselves have their own gaze turned pettily towards the people better for society than them. Isn't the point that people are being helped? I love that the cynical people are always moving the goalposts too. Mr. Beast gives 20,000 kids shoes. They're like, what about the socks, bro? You couldn't splurge for the socks. Wear their dress pants and top hats. I thought you were a rich guy. Why didn't you build them a new first world country? Somehow miles beyond what they could have given is still never enough. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Sunburned Albino. Watch all my other videos and donate 5% of your net worth, and I'll see you guys next time.